So, hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Today, we are diving into the most powerful yet surprisingly underused feature of Tracker Suite, recurring task. Now, but before we start, let's give a few more minutes for all our um, clients to join in. And it's quite cold out here in Delhi. I would love to know where all you've joined from. Leave your name, the name of the company you're from in the chat box, along with the location. I'm waiting to hear from you guys. कहाँ से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं आप लोग? बताइए मुझे कौन सी कंपनी से, किस लोकेशन से, वहाँ दिल्ली की जैसी ठंड है कि नहीं है? Yes, so I see over here कि दिव्यांशी दिल्ली से ज्वाइन कर रही हैं. दिव्यांशी हमारी टीम की मेंबर हैं, but at the same time I would request others also to write in the comments where are they joining from today. Great. Harsh has joined earlier.
आज पूरी से आते हैं उसका नाम
Okay, and Miss Venus is joining from Noida. Great, great. So thank you all for joining, and thank you for being part of our journey and being the part of Cracker Suite family. You're not just users for us; you are our partners who have helped us build this software, improve this month on month. This session is designed especially for you, practical, relevant, and based on how real businesses actually work with the help of Tracker Suite. So here's what you will go through today: why recurring tasks fail in any business. Even when the tools are existing, even we are using the application, what are the common mistakes that your team members are making? How high performing teams structure their recurring tasks to create workflows, to automate their work, and also real case uses related to HR, sales, admin, owners, and finally best practices inside the app itself. So we will also be going through a live demo session with Shabir. And so the demo or while the presentation is going on, I will request you to either type them in the chat box and we will address them in a Q&A section, or just hold on to your thought for the end of the session. These webinars don't take more than 15 minutes. 10-15 मिनट में हम wrap up करते हैं क्योंकि हम सिर्फ एक बेसिक फीचर को एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं सो दैट हमारे जो क्लाइंट्स हैं, आप जैसे क्लाइंट्स हैं, वो उसको अच्छे से यूज कर सके. So hold on to the thought. If you have any question, and end of the session हम आपको opportunity देंगे कि अपने doubts को clarify कर सके. But इससे पहले आप question पूछे. Let me start with a question. Let me ask you honestly. Even with Tracker Suite in place, do weekly tasks still sometimes slip? Do monthly reviews or compliance tasks occasionally get delayed? And if the answer is yes, don't worry. That's exactly what today's session is about. How to create that workflow in the system so that you don't forget. And the problem over here is that there is always a difference between using a system while using it right. आजकल आपको हमारे बच्चे इंस्टाग्राम पे हैं, राइट? हम अभी तक इंस्टाग्राम को फेसबुक की तरह से यूज करते हैं, where we are just posting it. But have you ever seen they are using it right? परसों की बात है, मैंने भी एक वीडियो डाला, मेरी डॉटर ने भी एक वीडियो डाला. मेरे वीडियो में सिर्फ 7 व्यूज थे, मेरी डॉटर के विद इन 15 मिनट्स 2000 व्यूज थे. मेरे फॉलोअर्स मेरी डॉटर के से ज्यादा है, फिर भी ऐसा क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज आई वॉज नॉट यूजिंग इट द राइट वे, आई हैड नॉट पोस्टेड इट द राइट वे, टैग्स नहीं लगाए थे, लोग को उसमें ऐड नहीं करा था, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज, हमेशा देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन यूजिंग द टूल and using it right. So the core of today's session, many of you are already using recurring tasks and probably you're using it better than us, but there are a few people who are not using them right. So creating repeated task, using it right, basically to design the workflow so your business runs automatically. Recurring task is not about just automation. I know this is a little theoretical, but it is also about discipline inside your organization. जब वो recurring task हर हफ्ते या हर महीने आपको एक टास्क का रिमाइंडर कर रहा है, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक डिसिप्लिन क्रिएट करने की भी वो कोशिश कर रहा है. क्योंकि हमारे सिस्टम में जब वो टास्क हमें असाइन दिखाई देता है, हमारे कैलेंडर में हमें शो कर रहा है या वो टास्क लिस्ट में हमें शो कर रहा है, तो कंसिस्टेंसी in daily operation that is getting built up. It reduces your dependency on manual reminders. आपको अपने मैनेजर के ऊपर वेट नहीं करना पड़ा कि वो आपको बोल रहा है कि यार मैंने तुझे चार्ट आने वाला है, डेट 1 को आपका रिपोर्ट आई होप रेडी है. आपके एम्प्लॉय को ऑलरेडी दिख रहा है कि टास्क असाइन है एंड ही इज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली it ensures work keeps moving on even when you're not chasing your team. The system is chasing your team. वो आपको डेली रिमाइंडर भेज रहा है, वो आपका अपडेट ले रहा है कि आपने काम करा है कि नहीं करा है. So now let's hand over it to Shabir. Shabir, I would request you to share your screen. मैं अपनी screen sharing बंद करती हूँ, so that you can show our clients कि recurring task actually में काम कैसे करता है.
Okay, yeah, thanks, ma'am. I will take it here from. So, hi everyone. So we'll be starting just with the recurring task explanation. So I hope my screen is visible. Everyone.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Right, so let's get started. So this is the interface of Task Tracker tool from where we are currently on the Add Task screen, from where we will be able to assign easily the tasks to our particular team members. So here we'll be assigning the kind of recurring tasks, which are mostly commonly in use of kind of different departments in different industries as well. And as specific, we will be taking the example of HR department in this case. So first we will be selecting the bucket regarding the same for which department it is associated with. So it's regarding HR admin. We can select team members in this kind of the designated assignee person. It can be multiple as well. And then we have to select the duration on this. And duration, it can be the kind of nature on this task can be daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and half yearly as well. So we will, as of now, we can take an example of daily recurring tasks, right? It's getting take an example. It's getting repeated all 7 days, except Sunday is the exception on this. And we can select a due date on this, right? Maybe on the same day and until 6 p.m.
Okay, so let's say Shabir, हमारे ऑफिस का हम एग्जांपल लेते हैं. We have required all our employees to fill the timesheet, but then there are employees on Saturday off, and some I mean mostly Sundays are also off for them. तो उनके उस केस में they will not be requested to fill in the timesheet on Saturday and Sunday. So how will we select that? If you can go through that. तो आपने जो 6 select करा हुआ है अभी, उसमें आपने Sunday को discontinue कर दिया, तो उनको task assign नहीं होगा. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. Sunday assign नहीं होगा इस केस में. They will be getting the task for the rest of the 6 days, whichever they will be working.
Okay.
Right.
Great. And ये so ये task assign कब होगा? So let's say task हमने daily का select करा है and we've selected the date 4th of February. So when will this task get assigned?
So system will do the automation in this case from tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning itself, system will automatically assign the task to all the team members, whichever are selected in the assignment part, right? So system will follow the automation from tomorrow morning. Every day morning, it will be get assigned to the particular team members. Team members will check and complete it accordingly.
So I'm assuming since this is a daily task, हम ये देख रहे हैं कि ड्यू डेट यहाँ पे डीएक्टिवेट हो गया है. So every task का ड्यू डेट is the same date.
Same date, right? Until 6:30 p.m. as we have selected here.
Okay, so got it. So 6:30 p.m. 4th February को अगर ये टास्क कंप्लीट नहीं करा तो 5th February को 4th February को ही 7 o'clock ये overdue हो जाएगा.
Right.
Is that correct?
Overdue, right? The team member will be accountable for the same. Right. And then there can be duration of the weekly tasks as well in HR, right? So these weekly tasks, take an example, it gets repeated on Monday itself. It can be published shift rosters, review overtime hours as well. And there can be monthly tasks as well, which can be automated here. In case of HR activities, it can be the leave balance reconciliation. So these are the kind of tasks which we can automate easily here. We can select the start date as well on that, right, on the monthly, and then we can put it due date on the same, right, when it needs to be complete.
So in case of weekly and monthly, there is a due date also to it. So
Yes.
let's go back to weekly for it. Can we select the weekly task?
Yeah.
तो अब लेट्स से ये वीकली टास्क हमारा है कि हमें हर सैटरडे सेल्स रिपोर्ट अपडेट करनी है या राइट. तो अब मुझे मतलब ये सेल्स रिपोर्ट मुझे क्रिएट मंडे से ही करनी है. बेसिकली मेरे एम्प्लॉय को ये पता होना चाहिए फ्रॉम मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स ओनली कि ये सेल्स रिपोर्ट उन्हें सैटरडे को सबमिट करनी है. सो देन इन दैट केस दे विल सिलेक्ट मंडे ओवर हियर. इज दैट करेक्ट?
So sorry ma'am. Hello.
Okay, मैं दोबारा से पूछती हूँ. So in case, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
शबीर, अपने यूजर्स के अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड, जब हम वीकली टास्क असाइन करते हैं, राइट, व्हेन वी असाइन वीकली टास्क, लेट्स से द ड्यू डेट इज सैटरडे. एवरी सैटरडे द वर्क नीड्स टू गेट कंप्लीटेड. एक they have to submit a sales report, okay, but because to work on that report they have to work from Monday onwards only, right? So that task should show there on Monday while the due date is Saturday. So in that case, how will we assign the task?
We can simply select Monday in that case if the work gets selected from started from Monday, and then we can put a due date on the Saturday for the same, right? So accordingly we can do that. So team member will be submitting the work submitting the report accordingly, the kind of sales report we are expecting on every Sunday. So we have to put the kind of gap, like start date can be anything, but we have to choose a separate due date for the task. So we can do that.
Okay. And now once we click save, when will this task actually get assigned to the client?
Okay, on the same Monday, it will get assigned to the particular team member on Monday morning, right? And they will be able to check it from their dashboards.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that every Monday this task is assigned. Now over here we've selected 7th. So since we are on a Tuesday, this task will not get assigned for 7th, but it will get assigned for the 16th. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
So just to clarify, क्योंकि ये task we have said कि Monday को assign होना चाहिए था, तो Monday already निकल चुका है and we are on Tuesday today. So this task will actually get assigned from next week onwards.
Correct. Like on 9th, it will get assigned and 14th will be the proper deadline for that same task.
Understood. Now, but in case instead of Monday, we select, let's say Wednesday.
We can do that easily.
And every Saturday. In this case, the task will get assigned this week only?
So today it will not get assigned. In this case, what we have to select it, right? What we have to do, we can create a single task as of now, right? So that we can create it like flow from the next week onwards. On next Wednesday, it will get automatically assigned to the team member, right? Team member can check and complete the task accordingly. But as of now, we can do a single task assignment for the same.
No, Shabir, what I'm trying to say is, since we've selected weekly task and we've selected that it should be assigned on a Wednesday, and the due date is Saturday, that is 7th. So in that case, it will be assigned this week also, right?
So it will get assigned on the next Wednesday. So that's tomorrow, right? And due date will be same for the Saturday itself, right? On the 7th of the February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So basically, अगर हमने start date अपना से पहले हो गया है तो वो अगले हफ्ते से असाइन होगा, और अगर स्टार्ट डेट आज के बाद का है तो वो असाइन जैसे होता है वैसे ही होगा. Am I correct?
Right.
Yes. Now there was a reason for this, right, Shabir? And I've been working with my clients for almost 3 years now with Tracker Suite. और ये प्रॉब्लम हमें, आई वोंट से अ प्रॉब्लम, बट ये हमें इससे समझ आया बेसिकली जब आप एंड ऑफ द मंथ जब आप अपनी रिपोर्टिंग चेक कर रहे हैं तो आपके असाइनमेंट्स ठीक से आपको असाइंड हुए हुए होते हैं, एंड देन किसी का भी जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो ओवर उनको नहीं असाइन हुआ होता है, राइट, ज्यादा नहीं असाइन हुआ होता है, ठीक अमाउंट पे असाइन हुआ होता है, ठीक डेट पे असाइन हुआ होता है, एंड देन दे आर एबल टू एग्जीक्यूट इट प्रॉपर्ली। सेम लॉजिक हमारा मंथली में भी लगता है?
Yes, in monthly we have to basically select the first of all duration. जैसे हम monthly में जाएंगे, we have to choose a start date in this, right? From which date it gets started.
Okay.
So the same, there will be monthly reminders for those team members as well. Because whenever task gets assigned, they will be getting a reminder kind of task assignment notification on their WhatsApp as well, right? They will get reminded and they can start the work on that accordingly. And then we can choose a specific due date for the monthly tasks as well. Right, when it gets started and what will be what will be the gap in that for completing the task. That can be done easily.
So okay, great. So we are very clear with कि weekly monthly में हमारा क्या है और daily में हमारा क्या है. जो due date हमारा Mr. संजीव मलानी ने पूछा हुआ है कि in the due date for recurring task is the assignment date. So basically, due date in recurring task in daily task is the same day as assignment date, correct? The due date and assignment date same for daily,
Correct.
but when you're talking about week and monthly, there is a start date. That means when the task will be assigned, and then there is a due date by when to finish the task. I hope Sanjeev ji, we were able to answer that question. You've also answered that, and it will be due on the same assigned day only. No, only in daily task it will be due on the same assigned day. Correct?
Correct.
Shabir?
Yes.
Yes. Great. So I hope Sanjeev ji, we've answered your question, and let's move on. Shabir, what is next? And can you show this, that how it is show in the calendar view so that people understand? And what are the differentiation? Can you also show it on the dashboard? कि हमें, how do we get to know as users कि which one is recurring and which one is a one-time task?
Surely. Let's get started with the calendar view first. Here we will be able to check the kind of weekly tasks, bi-weekly or daily tasks easily on our calendar as well. Right, let's check with the past month, that's basically January. Right, so here you'll be noticing on the dashboard there is a kind of task which gets repeated after like 2 or 3 days, right? So exactly this is the kind of task which is a recurring task, right? And we'll be able to check it in every week. This is the kind of weekly task, right? Here in the calendar we'll be able to check it easily in every week, right? So it's for 21st as well, for 28 as well. Okay,
got it. Since it was a weekly task, so आपका every week it was showing on those dates. Great.
And
Right.
then on the dashboard we will be able to check easily the kind of tasks which exactly are recurring or which exactly is a one-time task, right? So this is the dashboard. We can sort it according to the department wise, right? Once we sort the bucket department wise dashboard, then we will be able to check directly on this bucket wise nature of the task that's currently reflecting as a recurring task directly on the dashboard, which managers will be able to check easily. Is it a one-time task or the recurring task?
And if in case I want to use some filter to see only my recurring task, how can I see that?
Okay, in that case, you have to go to the settings icon. Right here, you will be getting the manage option. In the manage option, you will be able to check all the recurring tasks, whichever you have created. Easily, you will be able to check the recurring tasks here.
Okay, so in some cases, when we want to suspend a particular task, let's say that recurring task is not relevant anymore. It was related to a particular project which is already over. You can just come and edit it here.
Yeah, we will be able to suspend those tasks, right? It's also in case of manufacturing firms, right? Mostly they face the shutdowns as well. So during shutdowns, they can put their recurring tasks on hold as well. They can currently suspend it and then they can activate it again whenever they are like in the work, like kind of operational.
Can you show this? show this once again? How did we reach this place? Sorry.
Sure.
How did we reach the manage section?
So on the dashboard, there is a kind of settings icon clearly visible on the left-hand side, right-hand side. We can click on the manage icon, and here we'll be getting an
Okay.
recurring task. So this will be a kind of list which
Now-
are created.
Okay. And in case, let's say there is a recurring task which we've assigned. Now we want to reassign that recurring task to somebody else. For example, maybe that recurring task for assigned for you, Shabir, and today you are not working on that project anymore and somebody else has taken over from you.
Correct.
There can be multiple scenarios that you are busy, you have more work, and therefore you are not able to do that recurring task and it has to be reassigned to somebody else. In that case, how can we showcase, change the recurring task?
We can go to update the details of the particular task, click on edit, right? Directly the detail page will get opened about the particular task. Here we will be able to update the details easily, and we'll be able to check, right, update the team member as well, right, easily here on that. And if we want to update any templates in this for the same, we'll be able to do it easily by clicking on update. The assignee and the other things, whichever we have taken the actions for the same, will get updated regarding the particular task.
Okay. Okay. And now in recurring task, let's say you've suspended that recurring, let's say rather you've deleted the recurring task. Okay. Mr. Sanjeev has asked another follow-up question related to that. And since we are on it, I wanted to also ask you, Shabir, that this task is deleted for any reason, like it is not needed anymore. Then will the old tasks which were already worked upon, will those also get deleted from the system?
No, it will only get deleted for the future process, whatever process was coming for the next week or for the next days.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so that means whatever activity has happened on those tasks, that will remain. And also the performance score of the employee related to the deleted task will stay.
Correct. That will stay.
Okay. We also have one more question related to this, where they are saying show multiple task format and explain columns. Multiple task. Okay. Swayam Kumar, I think you're getting tasking. So that is not something which we are addressing over here today. We are only taking care of recurring tasks, but we will schedule a one-on-one demo to explain that to you. Now, moving forward, Shabir, what else? How else can we use these recurring tasks? Can you, like you give so many demos and you help so many manufacturing and service industry. If my company is, let's say, in India, and some of my employees are working in UAE or some in Thailand or maybe in America, when I assign a recurring task, and if it is time specific, do their recurring tasks work according to their calendar?
Yeah, because they will be able to choose their time zones via Task Tracker as well, right? So they will be able to do it regarding their time zones easily. That can be done.
Okay, okay. Great, Shabir. Shabir, while we are on this, there are two more questions. Let's address to them also, and then we'll move on to the next part of our session. So Akansha ji is asking, she's asking if I have 10 recurring tasks, will to update them manually, and if I want to change in the future, what that also have to be done manually again. So I'm assuming कि इनका कोई एक task है जो recurring था और 10 task में अब हो गया है, तो अब अगर उन्हें उसे update करना है तो उसको 10 के 10 को update करना पड़ेगा manually, कि एक ही जगह recurring task को अगर वो update करेंगे तो सब जगह manually update हो जाएगा?
They need to update the kind of source task, right? Once they update the details of that thing, it will be reflecting for the future prospect whenever it gets assigned.
Okay, so for future, so basically if they've already been assigned, then they will have to update each task manually. If not,
Then
future, they go in the manage section and update it from there. Correct?
From the
Okay.
section.
Okay. I hope we were able to your question, अगर वो recurring task आपके पहले already assign हो चुके हैं, आपके dashboard में आपको show कर रहे हैं, then yes, you will have to manually update all those 10 recurring tasks. But अगर वो आपके future के लिए आप करने हैं, that means you can just go to the manage section and update your recurring task. Vipin ji has also asked 2 questions over here. He's asked that while selecting tasks individually, did the recurring mechanism work autonomously if we categorize the task? Top, medium, low. So while selecting bulk task, unable to upload any image or supporting pic, any update on the same. And then he also has CFT dashboard compliance status. Okay. So let's address the recurring task over here. The first and very first question is saying, he's saying कि जब हम recurring task को select कर रहे हैं और उसमें low, medium, high priority select कर रहे हैं, तो every time the same priority will get marked on it. Right, Shabir? ओके सो इवन इफ वो हर 15 दिन में असाइन हो रहा है, उसकी प्रायोरिटी जो आपने फर्स्ट टाइम सिलेक्ट करी है वही हो सकती है. केस वो प्रायोरिटी आपको चेंज करनी है तो आपको मैनुअली जाकर उसको दोबारा अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. तो शबीर, कैन यू शो अस दैट इन द सिस्टम वंस?
Sure. So we have to go to the manage section.
Let's say let's go to the calendar view so that they're able to see कि कौन सा टास्क है जो हमने हमारे पास multiple times था.
So there was a kind of task which were occurring at multiple times, kind of recurring task.
इस केस में तो ये क्लोज हो गया है, तो हम प्रायोरिटी नहीं चेंज कर पाएंगे.
Okay. Here we'll be able to update the priority, right? From it was initially set to medium, and now we'll be able to set it to the low or high priority easily. Whichever needs to be updated, simply click on update task and the priority will get updated for the same.
Okay, and this is happening only for this particular task, which is been already assigned. Okay,
Correct.
but in case for future you want to mark them on high priority, then you will have to manage recurring task and update it from there. Correct?
That's the kind of source task we will be updating in that case.
Okay, so that's a good terminology to use, Shabir. Source task, जो आपका main task है, वहाँ पर आप update करेंगे तो future के लिए update होगा. And if you want to make any changes on a specific task related to who it is assigned to, what is the due date of that particular task, or even the priority of that task, then you go in that specific task and update the assigned task. One more question Akansha ji has asked is, can I assign recurring task to another person in bulk? Yes, you can. You can assign it to multiple people. Can we quickly go to add task? No, in the single task when we are assigning, yeah, over here when you select assign to, you can assign it to multiple people, correct?
Right, we'll be able to assign it to multiple persons as well. Okay, here we have to select the multiple team members in the assignment part. Okay, choose the kind of particular department it's related to. And then we can select the recurring, choose the duration. It can be daily, weekly. Let's select weekly in this case, only Monday. Due date for every Saturday. And there can be due time can also be selected for the same. So it will get easily assigned to all the team members, whichever we have selected in the assignment part in bulk, right? So it will simultaneously get assigned to these particular team members very easily.
Okay, great. Akansha ji, I hope we were able to answer your question. There's one more question by Mr. From Bill Properties. If my employees, they don't want to see deleted task, so what is the option to permanently delete? So I'm sorry, Bir ji, I think we don't have that option. If a recurring task is deleted and if the task is assigned, then it cannot be deleted completely from the system. You will have to select all those tasks which are assigned and then just close them. Right, Shabir?
Correct.
Okay. So I think we were able to address your problems related to recurring task. Mr. Vipin, I know you have two more questions, but they're not related to this session. We will get connected with you one-on-one and help you resolve those. And let's move on. So thank you so much, Shabir. Please stay around. If you have any more questions, we will probably pull you back into the presentation.
Thank you.
All right. I hope we were able to answer all the questions and explain that how recurring tasks work. Please give me a thumbs up if you are able to see my screen. Great, great, great. Thank you. So, what is important over here is that we've seen that how recurring tasks are working. But we need to understand that they don't use recurring tasks just for tracking their day-to-day tasks. They are creating discipline. Less follow-up from managers is needed. More predictable operations are there. And then on an average, they save 3 to 5 hours every week because they are not just sitting and reassigning that work. So if you're able to create a system, if you're able to sit down, think what all items are there in my day-to-day working, which I can assign them in advance, it would be very, very beneficial system in your organization. मैं आपको 5-6 इसके एग्जांपल्स दे सकती हूँ. लेट मी स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट वन, अकाउंट्स के रिलेटेड. आप अगर टीम के साथ बैठे, आप ऐसे ऑलमोस्ट 30 टास्क उनके हैं जो उन्हें हर महीने करने ही करने हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद वन. 4th या 5th को आपका टीडीएस का पेमेंट, टीडीएस का रिटर्न फाइल होता है. सिमिलरली जीएसटी का पेमेंट होता है, उसका जीएसटी का रिटर्न फाइल होता है. आपकी 1st या 2nd तक सैलरी शीट प्रीवियस मंथ की बन जानी चाहिए, सो दैट 4th या 5th को रेकरिंग टास्क में यू कैन असाइन दैट द सैलरीज हैव टू बी पेड. Once salaries are paid, you have to also ensure that the PF is updated on their portals. Similarly, when it comes to payment of vendors, you can decide on a date ki every Thursday, every Wednesday, या bi-weekly, you are clearing the payments of the vendors and therefore managing your cash flows better. So once you create a habit कि ये काम इस time तक complete हो जाना चाहिए, तो it really helps the entire organization. It creates a discipline and it becomes easier for employees as well, क्योंकि भूलना वो जान के नहीं भूलना चाहते हैं. भूलना human nature है. They forget because they get so occupied in one work कि they forget कि there is another work which is also of importance. या for example, हमें याद है हमारे एक client एक बहुत early stages पे आए थे and then he called me one day and he said कि नहीं, हाँ, you know, आज तो मजा ही आ गया टास्क पे काम करके. एंड आई वाज लाइक, सर ऐसा हमने क्या कर दिया? कहते कि जो जीएसटी हमारा हमेशा लेट फाइल होता है वो पहली बार टाइम से फाइल हुआ है और जिसकी वजह से हमें कोई पेनल्टी नहीं पे करनी पड़ी. सो अगर वो यू नो दैट छोटी सी दैट स्मॉल हैप्पीनेस इन हिज हेड कि बिना मेरे इन्वॉल्वमेंट के जीएसटी टाइम से पेमेंट हो गई और कोई पेनल्टी नहीं लगी, दैट वाज अ बिग मोमेंट फॉर देम. छोटा, यू नो, एंड इट वाज जस्ट अबाउट इंश्योरिंग दैट द अकाउंटेंट न्यू कि मुझे इस टाइम पे करना है. पता सबको होता है, मगर जब उनको अकाउंटेबल हो जाते हैं कि हाँ ये मुझे आज टास्क क्लोज करना है, कंप्लीट करना है, वरना मेरे ऊपर आ जाएगा और ये पेनल्टी मेरी सैलरी से डिडक्ट होने लगेगी, दे आर एबल टू परफॉर्म बेटर और सिस्टम क्रिएट हो जाता है. तो उससे रिलेटेड सारी एक्टिविटीज टाइमली क्रिएट होती हैं. मूविंग ऑन फर्दर, which teams can use automate and recurring tasks? HR teams, daily attendance check, weekly payroll reviews, monthly compliance tasks. Sales team, daily lead follow-ups. Now, अगर आप हमारा sales tracker already lead के लिए नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं और आप टास्क ट्रैकर ही यूज कर रहे हैं, कई बार आपके प्रोजेक्ट्स ऐसे हैं या क्लाइंट्स इस तरह के हैं जो एवरीडे मूवमेंट नहीं है, वंस इन अ वाइल आता है, तो मे बी यू कैन डू डेली फॉलो अप. सेल्स रिपोर्ट्स अपडेट करने के लिए, वीकली पाइपलाइन रिव्यू करने के लिए, ये टास्क आप उन्हें सेल्स टीम को टास्क ट्रैकर में असाइन कर सकते हैं एंड देन यू आर एक्चुअली एबल टू सी कि उन्होंने टाइम से सेल्स रिपोर्ट सबमिट करी कि नहीं करी। ऑल्दो सेल्स ट्रैकर सारी रिपोर्ट्स ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाती है, बट फिर भी अगर उन्हें फीडबैक देना है, कितनी क्वालिटी लीड्स आई थी, कितनी नहीं आई थी, उनका कॉलिंग का क्या रेट और रिटर्न निकला, उन्होंने 70 कॉल्स करी कि 80 करी कि 20 करी, अगर इस तरह का फीडबैक उनको अपने मैनेजर्स को सबमिट करना है तो यू कैन असाइन देम अ टास्क कि वीकली पाइपलाइन रिव्यू बताओ कि कितने पाइपलाइन में है, कितने करोड़ का बिजनेस आप जनरेट करने वाले हो, एंड इट वुड बी इजियर फॉर यू टू and you will not stop running after them because when they close a task they will put in a comment कि इतने की pipeline है। Similarly, admin work, invoice checks, vendor follow-ups, approval workflows. हम एक IT कंपनी है, हमारा एक सिस्टम है कि हमारे जितने भी लैपटॉप्स हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के दे आर मेंटेन, तो हमारे एडमिन टीम के ऊपर ये टास्क है कि एवरी मंथ ऑल द लैपटॉप टू बी अपडेटेड। नाउ एज अ मैनेजर हमने उन्हें टास्क दिया हुआ है कि दे हैव टू maintain all the laptops in the organization. As a admin team, उन्होंने अपने आप को individual task assign करे हुए हैं where she's saying laptop 1 has to be updated on day 1, laptop 2 on day 3, laptop 3 on day 3. So ऐसे करके उन्होंने अपने लिए पूरी लिस्ट क्रिएट कर रखी है and that helps them, that is the power. तो जिस दिन अगर उनका कोई लैपटॉप अपडेट नहीं हुआ है, it comes in their record कि ये लैपटॉप हमारा अपडेट नहीं हुआ है। नाउ ये मैं आपको अपने केस में इन टर्म्स ऑफ लैपटॉप्स बता रही हूँ। आई हैव सीन दैट पीपल यूजिंग इट फॉर देयर ट्रक फ्लीट्स, फॉर देयर मशीनरीज, सो दे हैव क्रिएटेड अ टाइम स्लॉट every month कि उस दिन उनकी मेंटेनेंस का काम होना है and that is why the HR and the admin people are able to ensure कि जिस समय मेंटेनेंस चल रही है उनका एम्प्लॉई उनका राइट पर्सन जिसको मेंटेनेंस करनी है वो वहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है कि नहीं है। And owners, daily dashboard review, weekly team reviews, monthly growth reviews. Basically, you are able to focus on your goal setting through recurring tasks and not just working on following up with your clients. Time come here. Let me quickly move on. So the result you will notice when recurring tasks are used correctly, teams are more responsible, they're accountable, work becomes predictable. हमें पता है कि हमारे पास पूरे महीने में इतना काम है और हमें ये एक्शंस करने ही करने हैं and then you're able to break them further. And then of course follow-ups, getting after them, ये काम नहीं करा, वो नहीं करा, हमेशा नेगेटिव जोन से निकल कर आप पॉजिटिव जोन में शिफ्ट हो जाओगे and you will be able to deliver better and your business will run smoothly and I guarantee that for you. One last thing before we move on, I hope all of you have got a chance to see other things beyond recurring tasks in Tracker Suite. We recently launched subtasking. We now have Tavi AI calling agent, which basically automate your calls, your sales calls, your follow-ups, your service reminders. If you're anybody who is doing outbound call, Tavi is your agent. If you're calling people to appoint for their AMC appointments, for their servicing appointments, again, this tool is adding a lot of value to our existing clients. If you haven't checked geofenced attendance, yes, geolocation comes as a package, but if you want geofencing to be done so that you ensure that the employee is able to mark the attendance only and only when he is the location, then you need to activate geofencing. And then, of course, we have a new product which was launched last year, Stack Tracker. So if you're into manufacturing or trading or retail of some sort, where inventory becomes important, do check out a Stack Tracker. Now, in this subtasking, Tavi, geofence, you will have to check the price on because if you're not in that paid plan, it will be an add-on, but Stack Tracker is part of the Tracker Suite. So as we wrap up today, I want to leave you with one clear idea. Recurring tasks are not just about repeating work. It is about creating a system inside your business and a system within a system inside your business. So when you set them up the right way, they create consistency, they build discipline, they build control. Control ultimately drives growth of your business. So remember, recurring are not a tool for repetition. They are a tool to scale your business and ensure that you have more time to do better things. Quick question. How many of you feel that recurring tasks have already saved your time? Please give me a thumbs up. And before we close, I want to sincerely thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today, and taking out time from your busy schedule. I hope we were able to answer your questions and solve your problems. Today, we have more than 1,700 businesses who are using Tracker Suite. And thanks to all of you, your support, that you bring us so much clarity, that we are able to not only give you a better product which works for you, but helps you in execution of the business properly, and remove the daily chaos from your life. Um, so yeah, if you have any more questions, please reach out to your RMs. I'm sure they will be able to help us to set a one-on-one demo. If you have more queries, please you leave your name and number right now. We will set up the demo for the new features also for you. And in case you have not already followed us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, please, we have already shared the links in the chat. Do follow us. We will not spam you with it. Whenever you log in, you will just get some material which will help you to follow better business practices. So thank you all for joining today.